Recently, we've been treated to seeing some of the largest ships that Star Citizen has to offer flying around in-game, as well as a few flying off the shelves in huge multi-$1,000 ship sales. But how many of those people who have purchased those expensive Leviathans are expecting that they will be able to fly them out without needing to assemble a crew of players? Judging by some of the comments on Spectrum and Reddit, quite a lot. I'm Forrester, and this video will be a little different from many of the videos on the channel in that we're going to get a little more speculative. Don't worry, there's still some nice footage in the background, but with the growing population of capital ship owners, I thought it was time to address the elephant in the room about whether those gargantuan ships might be, or should be, able to be flown and operated by a single player. So, let's start with the mechanics. In-game right now, you need players to operate each position aboard your ship, whether that's the pilot seat or gunnery turrets. That means that if you want to take a hammerhead out, for example, you'll need 7 players to have each seat manned, assuming you're not finding a way to glitch the AI ships in-game. The turret gameplay can be really fun, from time to time, but for many players, they like to do other tasks, or prefer to fly their own ship that they paid for, which is understandable. But how have the developers reconciled this conundrum? Well, the idea is to use automation through either computer blades that you install in your ship, or NPC crew members that you hire to do the simpler tasks, like operating a gun turret. For the larger ships, such as a hammerhead with 6 gun turrets, or the Javelin with 13 manned turrets, that would considerably reduce the required crew size. Expand that out to other jobs aboard, and suddenly it becomes possible to turn a large crew requirement into a large AI crew requirement. And you see implementation like that in games such as the pirate game Atlas, where large ships with a high number of crew stations are reasonably effectively run by a single player, albeit not as effectively as if every crew member was a competent human. And certainly, automation of simple tasks is reducing the crew complement of modern naval ships, such as the Gerald Ford class aircraft carrier, which needs significantly fewer crew members than her predecessor. But if a solo player could effectively operate a Javelin, for example, where does that leave it as the potential for a raid setting? One of the things that really excites me about getting these ships in Star Citizen is planning that weekly mission where a group of friends take the Javelin out of port and go explore the stars, or take it to hit up some very big combat missions, or whatever it is. If everyone can just fly it on their own, does that belittle the raid experience? Or what of ships with more complicated roles, such as the Drake Kraken? Even if you could fill the AI with turrets, how effective would AI pilots be in all of the ships that dock with the Kraken? How effective would a player be at trying to control that many NPCs? And given that most of the capital ships list very high crew complements, and most of the accompanying text talks about how you'll need a group of players to man those ships, are the people who think they can fly them solo going to be disappointed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also if you appreciate this kind of speculation video, or would rather I just stick to the facts. As always, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, you might even press that like button, and I look forward to reading your thoughts on the matter.